Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's cause he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the money, now you're raw, what you getting in? Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to the Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News to interviews, this a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You could call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping. Perfect Plex Radio. Simply, we about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go!
Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, because I got kids, we got what we were supposed to get. We got the return of Bray fucking Wyatt, people. Go ahead, clap it up. Give yourself a round of applause because the WWE needed this. Long time. And that was the return of one Bray Wyatt. People, I am your host here on Unpopular Reviews Around the Blocks with Mike Knoxxx. WWE Extreme Rules reaction review show. I'll be joined by the wrestling doll momentarily. People, I see you backstage, girl. Do get ready. I know you got a lot to say. For the first time ever inside the Unpopular Review fan pick'em, I went undefeated, but I think I tied with 4 other people. So I think you think that I won. You know, 2 of us tied. So I can 3. All right, I thought it was 3. So I cannot wait to talk about this show tonight. You want to talk about it? Comment below. Let us know your thoughts, people. Listen, Unpopular Review is here. WWE Extreme Rules. We want to see a couple things, guys. We demanded to see a couple of things, guys. And I personally think we got everything that we can ask for. We got a nice night of wrestling. All right, let's keep it a beat. This started off the night. We'll talk about it. This, to me, gave me shades of WrestleMania and Charlotte Flair, the greatest women's wrestler of all time vibes when I saw this match. This match right here definitely shocked me. Okay. This was what I suspected it had to. Finn couldn't say I quit. I mean, in a Judgment Day. This was surprisingly better than I thought it would be. And this was kind of But it didn't matter because at the end of the night, we got the only thing that anybody in the world gave 2 shits about. And that's one, Bray freaking, not Seth freaking Rollins, Bray freaking Wyatt is back, people. Oh, I can't wait. Listen. I don't do shows at night. I don't come on after wrestling goes off. I've done that. But tonight I said if Bray Wyatt shows up, I'm going to do a show. I'm going to do a show. So that's what I'm here for. Let's go ahead. Give me 1 second here. Getting this stuff all together so I can put this phone down as I shout it out. Listen, follow, like, subscribe. Y'all see all the stuff right there. You're currently listening to it on YouTube and Facebook Live. You can go to iHeartRadio, listen on Stitch, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. It don't matter where podcasts are sold, which are absolutely free, people. You can listen to this podcast later on. But listen, people, OMG, I'm serious. This amazes me as I want to bring on Barber real fast to the program. Barber.
Yes.
Let me put my headphones on so I can hear you. Your thoughts of tonight and the return of the Eater of Worlds. You got the intro was just, it took forever, but I loved it, right? Because all I really wanted to see was his face. Just to, I'm in an era where they gave me the fake cane before. Okay. So I just want to make sure. I didn't think they would do it, but once I saw him pull the mask off, I was all in. Your thoughts?
That this was what we should have gotten last year for Extreme Rules as far as one of the best pay-per-views ever. So I've said it before and I'll say it again. Hashtag thank you Triple H for fixing the disaster that was last year. With, as I will say, the only saving grace of last year was the Demon versus Roman.
It was. And Elvis is always
Elvis is being a pain, and I can tally up all the votes since I don't know what David was doing, but you, Chris, and Ron all tied 6-0.
All right, well, they've had wins before, and I have not. So I'm going to de facto say I won because I put my picks in last. So therefore, if you're not first, you're last, but this time if you're last, you're first. But Bray Wyatt is back, and I'm going to agree with Elvis on some things here. I don't think it was a boring event at all. Not even close, because the Brawling Brutes and Imperium tore the house down. Okay? I thought
they almost tore everything down.
Literally, everything.
I think they were trying to tear down the ropes for the fight pit match.
Which, that's what I didn't like. I don't want to see a fight pit this way. I don't want to see it the way that they did it in NXT. I want to go back to the grungy fight pit that happened out by the stage against Owen Hart. Okay, and those boys put them in the little small ring that goes up into like a dungeon pit, and get me some old fights back in the pay. I'm sorry, I thought I just saw Albert Pujols hit a home run. It was the old one. I'm sorry. Watching two things at one time as Albert Pujols comes to the plate. But I didn't think the pay-per-view was boring, but I thought the last match definitely was not living up to anything I thought it would be. I just didn't like it at all in that last match. Your thoughts on that final match, Stephen and your boy Matt Riddle?
Well, I did call for Matt Riddle to win, so I will say that. It was one of the few that I got right.
I went under.
But it definitely was an interesting and exciting match to see. With shout outs with one of my friends that was texting me, letting me know that Seth Rollins was pulling out his RVD homage in his ear and in his hair.
Yes. He even did like this is in a rose. He went Seth freaking Rollins. Listen, if it wasn't for RVD, I wouldn't watch ECW. That's just me, y'all. At Mike Knoxxx. I sure wouldn't. RVD is everything to ECW.
But it was a pretty good match. I wouldn't say it was the one that I would have put to main evented, but I get why they did. But
I think this is the worst match of the night.
Damn.
I think this is the worst match of the night.
I wouldn't say that one was the worst, but it wasn't the one that bored me.
I'm gonna go. Didn't bore me. Enjoyed it. Didn't want to see it. Was surprised. Wanted more, but got what I thought. Had a really good, entertaining match and had great storylines in this match right here. Surprisingly, Bianca did something I wanted to see her be able to do, and that was have matches that were different than one-on-one kind of matches. And then this match completely bored the ish out of me. It just really did. I wanted more from it. I thought it was a terrible match. I really did.
I expected more.
I expected a lot more from that match, and I did not get any of it. And that's what kind of, peed me off, if you will, so to speak. But what do you think they go from Bray Wyatt from here?
I don't know. Maybe they'll make him dominant enough to try to possibly be one of many next opponents for Roman to fight. But for now, I don't know who they'll have him wrestle to help him go over to help establish his place back in WWE. I really don't know. But hopefully we get some action from him real soon. As long as they don't do any improv tag teams with them, I'm fine.
Well, I'm going to tell you right here. I said it before. I'm going to say it one more time. Come in. Come close. Understand. There you go. 3 people can dethrone the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Throw the ones up. I know not you, Barley. You don't like him. That is Seth freaking Rollins. That is Cody Rhodes. and that it's now Bray Wyatt. None of the three I mentioned will ever be undisputed champion. So take that with that, and that's where I go with that, Ms. Barber. Right there. That's how you got. That's what you got. So this is he doesn't have to touch Roman anytime soon.
Yeah, not right now.
I don't even care. I was watching this, and we knew all the clues were here, right? They gave us the rabbit hole. So everything you knew was here. It was the worst, greatest kept secret ever. But you're watching this. I'm like, well, who can he interfere in? Where I would think Bray would go, and it was with no one on this program. If it would have been with anybody, I think, well, Judgment Day, right? Because of where they're teetering at and their storyline, right? So, but for them to go back. I wonder if he has a group behind him. We saw the Buzzard, the Pig. They were in outfits. They were grown men and women in those outfits.
It's like the Purge.
Will they exactly? Will they be there with him moving forward? Do you care if they're with him moving forward or not?
Not entirely, but hey, whatever works.
See, what
probably
works,
trying to make Wyatt Family 2.0.
So
I hope not.
I think that ship has sailed. Any kind of I don't think Bray would even do that. I don't think Triple H would do that.
I hope not.
Okay, in the memory of Brody Lee, I don't think they would do that for that reason. Would you be opposed to them bringing back the other Wyatt member if he was under the mask? Like, let's say he was Mr. Rabbit. I wouldn't be mad.
No, I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't be mad one plug nickel. So I want to know what's next. I think we see him Monday. It is the season premiere of
the 25th anniversary of D Generation X.
Well, that person that bores me. That bores me. I'm being honest. There's no Billy Gunn there. It's 25 years. I feel like every 5 years they give me DX. I can care less about them. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm like, hey, that's my guys. You know what I mean? But I can really care less for their 25th anniversary as far as being on TV. It's like, that's that money pit that I'm okay. I got it. 25 years. Damn, make me feel older than I already, you know what I'm saying? That's all that does at this point. But looking at Monday being the season premiere of Monday Night Raw, Fox don't need them. They got Roman. You're going to have Roman also on Raw. So will he cross that path? You know, everybody's out there already screaming the similarities, but last time you saw him, Roman beat him and those kind of things. So it can go anywhere. More than likely, the intelligent wrestling fan will say that's where it's going. DC the Collector too. Man, we're doing a night show. I never do this. I'm going to get off of here and go watch Raising Canaan. Okay? That's what I'm going to do. What's up, peeps? Good evening. Haven't watched the show, been at work, still at work. How was the show overall without any spoilers outside the Wyatt return? Sounds like it was okay. You know, I give her early bell grade, and I'm fresh walk. You know, I like to always say I want to watch wrestling or do a show after it's settled, right? After it's set in, after you had a chance to eat it, digest your food, unbutton your pants, sit back and go, you know, think about maybe smoke a stogie or something, and then let it out. But I thought this is too big to wait, so this is why I'm here. But I overall thought the show was a solid show. 3 out of 5. Bobby Lashley U.S. title runs. That's where I would place it. It was different, so kind of new, right? We haven't seen this from a while on the main roster. Good matches, just overall didn't pull me. Like I said, the biggest storylines of the night would come from Judgment Day to me. Would also come from Bayley and Bianca. I think Liv gets her, if they decide to run the title matches back, gets her title match back. But overall, it was a good show. I have nothing to brag home about. I don't think, other than Bray Wyatt and the Brawling Brutes versus Imperium, which right now, Ms. Barber, your pick.
That was not the match I was expecting it to kick off with, but I am very happy that it was the match to kick off with. Of course.
That was the whole
wrong,
thing.
but didn't mind that.
Listen, what we got wrong was what time the show would go off. Like, where'd that question come from? Like, somebody had like 9 o'clock or something was one of the answers. That's right. Throw them ones up. Throw them ones up. Of course, it's his new faction. Well, let's not say of course. We don't know that because the way that WWE does things. I know that's old regime versus current regime. But I tell you this much. You can say what you want. Every single thing about that return of Bray Wyatt was what WWE does best. You can't tell me that if you thought that was Vince's stamp on it or not, whatever. But the way the door was, the way they went, the way the camera took you in to the screen, where on TV it was like a half a second you knew they went into a cut scene. You know what I mean? And I thought that was great production, how it went back and forth. My daughter, this is perfect for Halloween season. Okay. Having those people placed there. I hope you're right and it's his new faction, but I'm not going to say, of course. I don't, the only thing I know for sure, a horse is a horse, of course, is Mr. Ed. Okay. Anything's possible. He doesn't need a faction. Personally, who would be in that faction?
Is the question.
Other than Eric Roman, it could be a list of anyone, I guess, when I bring up some NXT. The one thing I say about Triple H Wrestling Doll is that everything that Vince McMahon said here, get out of here. I hate you. You're not wanted. Get out of here. Then they told Vince McMahon to, you're fired. What? Triple H brought everybody back. Every single person.
You're already saying you're rehired. Come back.
You get a new contract. You get a new contract. Only one ain't listened to all this is one Jon Moxley. Signed a 5-year deal with AEW. What the hell were you thinking?
He's thinking he's happier there than he has been.
Whatever. He is the best thing on that damn program, but still.
He's one of their saving graces.
He is the only saving grace. Does not name MJF. Because anybody else that's good enough over there, they don't push long enough. There's got to be named wrestlers in AEW. This ain't an AEW show, so I'm not going to bash them right now.
No, we can talk about that another day. Maybe
I want them to do good. I want them to do good. And plus, most of y'all
I want you to fire me, you fucking mark.
So we're all wrestling marks of excellence. Shout out to my crew, my friends out there, nephew Corey and those boys. But listen. The production of Bray coming back, how they shadowed everybody. I hope it is a faction, to be honest with you. I just don't also think that he needs one. So I'm okay with not seeing it. What's going on, Charmaine? Michael Smith chimes in. At the end of the day, I'm still am and will always be a pro wrestling fan who doesn't need to peek behind the curtain to see what's going on. I prefer to be surprised as how it should always be when it comes to actual pro wrestling fans. Deaf to dirt sheets. You just forgot the hashtag. Death to dirt sheets. All right. But listen, I'll never forget my first WrestleMania. I know y'all heard the story, right? WrestleMania 28. And that was the rumor when Brock Lesnar was coming back. And I remember being absolutely pissed we had found out that news that he had signed. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't like to. I think for a while there, it was kind of like when you saw dirt sheets come along, you were like, ooh, that's kind of cool. Right. But I'm talking like 98, 99, 2000. Okay. After that point, it just all got to being, as I say a million times, you're listening to a dirt sheet right now. It's just a matter of opinion and what I think is going to happen. So if I don't put it out there, it's gospel. That's the only difference. So, but I don't want to go seek those news anymore. I don't like to go seek that information anymore. I'm just there to just whatever, right here, show me. Like when it comes across my timeline, wrestling, I know you do the same. I just scroll. I hate it. This is why.
I don't want any spoilers either.
Don't care. What did it say? Michael Cole was excellent, spicy tonight too. Michael Cole was on point tonight. He definitely was. Charmaine says Elvis stop being a hater. No, it wasn't the greatest show. I'm just being honest. So I can't. For once, I can't be mad at Elvis for his grade. I mean, it's a horrible grade because it's Elvis. So it's definitely a bad score. But it's Elvis. So the fact he gave it a 1 means it's actually a 3. Right? Because that's how you ever watch She's Out of Your League, one of my favorite movies of all time. he grades really on a hard curve because he's in like a band, so he gets like an extensive grade because he's expected to drive a shitty car, but he's not in the band. He just drives a shitty car. That's Elvis, right? What I just see here, Sheamus deserves one last good run. I am a Sheamus mark and always have been, but one good run. What with the title? You're right. We gotta get them belts off of Roman. That's the thing. How long are they going to continue to keep up both the titles? All the way to Mania? I hope not. Right? I hope not. Personally, get tired of one and throw it down. He's done it before. Like, just drop one title. Right? And I think that's going to make a lot of things better. And that'll open up more possibilities for champions at this point. Right? Like, what does they have to prove at this point? He's been champion for over 700-something days. There's nothing else to prove. Right? You're not going to ever beat like certain records. You're not going to beat Bruno Sammartino. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to beat Bob Backlund. You know what I'm saying? There's just certain people that just been there way too long. You know what I'm saying? The New Day, you know, and beating like Demolition. Like some of these teams won't just be beat. Who you think will be in War Games? That's a tough one. That's a good question too. What you think, Wrestling Doll? Who will be a part of this year's War Games? Would it be more than one? Let me rephrase that. First, two questions. Will there be more than one war? Typically, historically, there's been one war game. That's how it originally started in NWA. But I believe, if I'm not incorrect, I don't want to be with my memory shit. NXT did a few of them. Right? So so there's a question. Will there be more than one? And who will be in that 8-man war game, if not more? Probably 10.
Probably. Wow.
The Brawling Brutes.
That's one.
There you go.
You already got 3 for a team.
Who else can you put in there? Like, those guys need to be in there.
Those guys are the team.
Will it be the Bloodline on one side? The Bloodline on one side.
That'd be interesting.
Who takes the other side?
That is the question.
Will Cody be ready by then?
Maybe Cody, maybe Randy, a good number of people that they've taken out. Have that be the other team.
I like that. Everybody they've taken out comes back and forms a team to go against the Bloodline. So that would be we got Randy, right? We got the New Day.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's kind of like because they haven't built anybody to go against these people yet.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with the Bloodline. As great as they are, they've built nobody for that. Liv Morgan lost. What a loser. Charmaine, that is wrong.
You know how she feels about Liv Morgan.
I feel the same way, but the girl is WWE champion. All right. Which means automatically somewhere in somebody's mind, not mine, she's a Hall of Famer. Okay.
She's one of the most, give or take maybe about 10 more years.
And she's one of the most beautiful girls in wrestling history, in my opinion. Liv Morgan is a looker, so that's what keeps her there. She is. Nikki Cross might be in it though, because the rare of Triple H to continue and Angle consecutive episodes. They teased it, but she vanquished. I felt that way with WWE's programming that they went a little AEW-ish, where they were giving me something consistently, and then they switched and went somewhere else. And I felt that. And let's hope they shift that back. Because sometimes I think you should do that. Just don't. AEW's issues, they do it too long. You know what I mean? You see your top stars out of 4 episodes a month, you see their top stars 1 1/4 sometimes, right? And that's the problem. But man, Moxley signed in 5 years. What a shitty deal. I'm sorry. It's just my opinion.
Well, some of them are trying to leave, and we all know how that man is. He'll be like, nope, you can't leave.
It was better than you guys give it credit for. I mean, what part was better? You talking about the pay-per-view itself? I am always overflowing wrestling WWE fan when it comes to pay-per-views. It wasn't. It just wasn't. I mean, other than the brawling, nothing sticks out of this pay-per-view other than the Brawling Brutes match. Okay, what Bianca Belair did in that and Billy did in that ladder match, which wasn't still that great.
It was a better women's match of the night, I'll say that.
It was. And then you had Bray Wyatt, who saved the pay-per-view. I mean, it was good. It was good wrestling. Don't get me twisted. Okay? And I've said this a million times over. WWE's not a pro wrestling company, people. Neither is AEW. It's wrestling entertainment. Okay, you have to, and it was okay. I'm not saying it was bad by a long shot. It just wasn't. It wasn't above a. You want to give it a 4, fine. But I better not hear no 5 stars for real, because this is a show for the intelligent wrestling fan, and you know that shit wasn't no 5 out of 5. So let's stop that nonsense, right? That if that's what you say, that's what you say.
Look at me. I didn't say 5 out of 5. I'd say 3.5 out of 5.
But there it is right there. Derek said it best. So checking in. What else we got here? Anthony checking in on Judgment Day. Seth versus Edge, AJ, and everybody. Okay. Judgment Day. Seth. See, yeah. I can't see the bloodline being in there, although the bloodline should be in there. You know what I mean? I wonder if they want to do that kind of match. I'll be at Raw this coming Monday in Brooklyn. All right, let's go. Listen, Sami Zayn is the MVP of the WWE. The way that Sami, I've been a Sami Zayn fan from day one. People thought I was crazy. Huggo! Because you say how boring he is. There he is. Look at my man Sami Zayn. And I still want the Sami Zayn documentary to come out. All right? Don't forget that.
You want his honorary Ooze shirt too?
I want to buy it because I want to pay respect to him getting his money for buying the shirt. However, it's kind of like a play on words, but it's kind of like a smack in the face. You know what I mean? Like, if you look at the way that Kevin Owens broke it to him, like, yeah, you need a new shirt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, honorary Ooze. Like, what are you doing here? It's like Owen Hart and the Nation of Domination. It just doesn't fit. The difference is that Owen Hart was, may he rest in peace. People don't come shoot me. Okay. I didn't like him in the Nation of Domination. Just didn't fit at all. Sammy fits in the bloodline because of how comical he is in this role. So that's why I do like that. Imperium match, Bianca Bailey match, Edge match were the better matches in the pay-per-view. The rest of the matches were, that's what we said, right? Imperium, Bianca Bailey. And that was it. And none of them outside the Imperium match I thought was like super great. But I was shocked at some of the things that them girls were doing with them ladders. I really was. And John Cena, the female John, every time y'all see Bianca Belair, just start going, because that's who she is. All right? She's the female John Cena. She's She-Hulk, Hulk Smash. Bianca Belair is out here just killing and wrecking stuff.
Making history.
Right now. So you put that post. Go ahead, talk about it. The first.
Well, I found the picture and I posted up in our group chat that in 12 days, she'll be the first Black woman in WWE history to hold the title for 200 plus days.
That's a big deal.
And I feel like that might have been
that's Alicia Fox.
Reason why they kept the belt on her. Maybe
that's Alicia Fox. That's Jazz. That's Nia Jax. I said Jazz. There's only them 3, right?
Did you say Naomi?
Miss Jackie, Naomi, right? You come to think about it, there's been a lot more WWE and women Black wrestling champions in WWE than there were men. How about that? Then stop it. Here's the thing with Ronda Rousey. You know I love her. I loved her first stint. I didn't like her 7 months ago. It's coming back around since she got suspended with that whole thing with her and former GM of SmackDown. But when I watch Ronda Rousey, her only problem I have is that I feel like she plays wrestling sometimes too much. Like, so during this match, Liv Morgan had her, she had her arms back and she was going to propel her into the turnbuckle. You remember that part? And she was like, oh my God, no, don't do it. Like, you're talking all this trash and you're scared of a turnbuckle flip? You know what I mean? I just didn't get that. You know what I'm saying? So once she learns how to be a pro wrestler, I think Ronda Rousey is going to be fine, because there were things in that match that I said reminded me, people hate, which I don't understand why, Wrestling Doll, the WrestleMania match between Charlotte Flair, the greatest women wrestler of all time, and Ronda Rousey. And I thought it was the better of the 2 female matches because I thought it was a very hard-hitting, like a Thick Finley, Dean Malenko, hole for hole, step for step kind of match. And I thought there were spots in this match between these girls that did the same thing. And the Phillies are 1 out away from eliminating St. Louis. Let's go. Get out of here, Albert Pujols. You suck. All right. Sammy has made me a fan since the first time he danced on SmackDown, long before he joined the Bloodline. Well, I've been a fan before that. So how about that? Bianca Belair, stay making history. Yes, she does. Walter, yo, Mike Knoxxx, I support you today at KNOXXX. Let's go. The KNOXXXers are out here, baby. I told you. There's my proof. There's my proof, Wrestling Doll. He said no KNOXXXers exist.
You don't have to worry about me. You have to worry about someone else.
Yeah, so you Jackpackers, I respect you. I love you, but the KNOXXXers exist, boy. If I had a free code to give away, boy, you would be getting one right now, Walter. You really would be. Anthony, I wish Jacqueline was in this area. She was a tough. Oh, I love Miss Jacqueline. I loved her. I love her. Oh, don't forget Charmel. When she was champion at one point, women's champion, right? Am I mistaken in that? Somebody fact check that for me. Derek, you would know the answer to that. I thought Charmel was champion as well. Tonight's show was a glorified house show with expensive production. I'm going to get crazy about a Saturday night premium event. Every match tonight advanced the storyline it did. Here's the thing. I know we all call it a premium event. Have they called it that since Vince McMahon been gone? Because I don't think I've heard it being called that since then. And being that I work for a cable company, they still sell pay-per-views. I
haven't heard them call it a premium live event
in a minute, right? They had an Impact pay-per-view last week that was for sale, and this was for sale as well. You could still get this match in pay-per-view. So I'm gonna call it a pay-per-view, Wrestling Doll, premium damn live event.
Shit costs $2. I can't call it a premium live event. It's weird.
Well, I'm still paying
to watch it, so there's no point in calling it a premium live event.
Let me rephrase what I just said there. I want her to. I think Alexa Bliss, if done properly, should be with Bray. Only that way, right? And only because I like where the women's division is right now. I was watching SmackDown this past week, and I just like where Triple H can take it. It's getting a little more depth to it. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be stagnant in one way. And to me, make it better and open up the possibilities by moving Bianca from there. Because Bianca's like Sheamus to me, right? She's going to always, when you see her in a match, have you don't know, right? There's times you be like, Sheamus isn't going to win, but you don't know because it's Sheamus. They can just pull it off. It's like when Kane would pop up in a match, right? You would think Kane or Big Show would win, and then Kane or Big Show would win because they're Kane and Big Show, right? So, Ed Walter, you traitor. He's not a traitor. We are all you see this? You are on this show watching Unpopular Review. So we're all in one family. He's not a traitor. It's not a traitor. You're gonna tell me you only like one kind, you only eat Dunkin' Donut, you only eat one kind of donut? You only like one kind of burger? There's room for different burger places. Okay? So I ain't trying to hear that. Shout out to the Jack Pack, as I said, but the KNOXXXers are here. So go somewhere with that. Yes, Bianca Lady Cena. There it is. I said that too. Hey, great minds think alike. No, she hasn't. Wasn't. No, she wasn't what?
Champion, Charmel.
Oh, sure. Okay, thank you. That's why you here. Smart like that and shit. Walter, what Ace Man?
What
Jack,
Ace Man
not
Jack's
here.
not
I'm
here.
Jack Pack.
For this is a one-time thing, chill.
Chill. See, Walter just know how to be a fan of the. Tell him, Walter, you're a fan of Unpopular Review. Pay-per-views for life. Thank you. Joffrey, no. Charmel was never okay. Why I thought that never was really expensive. It wasn't capital there, but I feel like it was that. It was all capitals. Well, you were telling me that. I get it, but tonight was definitely powered by the return of Bray Wyatt. What we all knew was going to happen. It was like the Friday night when CM Punk came back. We knew CM Punk was coming back. We knew that. Until they actually, I think it was yesterday, right? Showed officially the time. Before there were hints out there that people were saying that people had found. And listen, death to dirt sheets, but to every last one of y'all that does this research and shit that I will never, ever do, that knew there was going to be today, right? And that's different than going to a dirt sheet. That's them pausing their TV, right? Rewinding it and shit like that and being smart. You know what I mean? I thank you for that. I'm not going to do it. So I thank you for doing it. I'm not going to do it. So I thank you for doing it. But we knew tonight was going to be a night. I told my dude I want to make him mad. I said, what if they bring back Charlotte Flair? Boy, the wrestling world would have been mad as hell if Charlotte was the rabbit. Right? That's they wouldn't do that to her. Right? That'd be the worst thing Triple H did by bringing her back in that way. But looking at this, sorry, my brother's texting me. Phillies 2 outs, man, on 1st and 3rd. Well, you know, if you're a Philly supporter or a fan, I'm a supporter. You know what I'm saying? They lose a lot. But I'm a Cubs fan. We lost for over 100 years, and we finally won one. So you always got to fight the good fight as a fan. All right? What we got? Alexa Bliss did tweet, "Hi, hello, old friend." Well, you know.
It could be anybody.
I'm quite sure. No, she probably talking about Bray, but didn't they all probably tweet something like, "Hey, welcome back" or some shit? I don't know. Right? Check that out.
Usually do.
All right. How will Bray Wyatt return impact the viewership of merchandise sales? In which way, Derek? He was a great merchandise seller.
The mask.
Believe it or not, he had a custom belt that sold out, and the belt collection, which were not cheap, which were ugly, by the way. Shout out to Dice Man, who broke the news to me about months ago about how Bray was getting masks made, right? And that's when all those rumors were he was going to go to AEW with some of those masks, right? But look where he's at right now. And I've always said, I said from the beginning, it does not matter what Triple H does if he does not bring back Bray Wyatt. It was the most important thing he had to do. Now he bring back Boss and Glow. Then it's all complete. Then it's complete. Then he can stop bringing me people who are not going to push the envelope. Right? Talk about merchandise sales, Derek, right? Johnny Gargano is not going to push the envelope. I already got a better Johnny Gargano on Raw, in my opinion. Okay? He's part of the Alpha Academy. Personally, I think he's Johnny Gargano can wrestle. When he has pay-per-views, he has great gear. Just saying, as Chris would say, they got to be consultant. If I was next to him in the airport, other than a wrestling fan, nobody would know who he was. Just saying. I think it'd be complete at that point. Yes, I agree with you. Triple H is going to bring back Sasha. Well, remember they said 2 months, almost 2 months now ago. That was his first thing. He called them and got them back. Did anyone notice Michael Cole mentioning Sasha Banks twice?
I did.
Damn, you guys are good. I got kids in my room. We all be here watching wrestling together. What did he say exactly? Damn, now I want to watch it. At what match? During the ladder match?
Yeah, they did.
Damn, really?
Yeah, they brought it up with stuff that Bailey has done, being pretty much.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Bianca making history.
Well, is that okay? You're right, because the way they operate,
they mentioned her at least once with both of them.
They don't say people names. You're right.
Usually not, but they mentioned Sasha Banks.
Come on.
Even if not by name.
Catch that foul ball. Catch that foul ball. Catch that foul ball. Catch that foul ball. Let's go. Let's go. Get out of here, St. Louis. Get out of here. You have to understand, I'm a Cubs fan from Chicago who grew up in Philadelphia. So I support all Philadelphia sports teams. And St. Louis, I hate more than I hate the Dallas Cowboys. Yes! You're out of here, Albert Pujols. I cheer for you, Albert, to get your home run. But you're out of here, baby. Let's go fighting Fields. My phone ringing and going off. My brother texted me. People like, Mike, you always say you're going to be who got 2 teams. I grew up in both cities. I support one like a fan, but I would be honest saying, I'm not a Phillies fan. I'm a Phillies supporter. I want to see them win. But I don't cheer for them unless my team's not in it. My team's not in it. So you got to fight Phils. Let's go. The Bray Wyatt belts went on sale for $160. They didn't go on $160 to sell out. Them things, that was the other ones that came back there, DC Collector. Them belts, when they first came out, the first round sold out real fast. Do you wish I do wish you'd have brought one at that price too. Survive in advance. See, there it is. Dennis, twice during Bianca's match. Okay, that's when he brought it up. Bring partners with Bailey beginning time. Bring back Boston Glow. Get Miro back over here. Because I want him. I doubt he ever comes back.
Who else do you want back? That's an AEW from the WWE.
All I wanted was Jon Moxley back, honestly. They can keep everybody else. I wanted
even Andrade.
I like what if that tweet was true about Sami Zayn.
Sammy Guevara.
Sammy Guevara said about you suck there, you suck here. Nobody wants you. Voting for your daughter, your father-in-law, you wouldn't be nowhere. I think that's kind of true to Andrade. He hasn't gotten over on any promotion. But I do think because of his elements and not being able to speak really good English on the microphone, the way that stories should be told here.
That's why he had Zelina.
Right. Is that I think it had a better chance here in WWE than he does in AEW.
Yep.
But I just wanted Jon Moxley. I'm a huge Dean Ambrose guy from day one. He was at one point, and I'm not afraid to say this, my favorite member of the Shield. At one point, I watched him through CZW coming up to the Philadelphia ranks of wrestling. I'm not a big indie guy, but when I did watch indie wrestling, certain people stuck out to me, and he stuck out to me at a very young age. So I kind of followed him from that point. So I'm a really big Jon Moxley guy. And when I read today that he signed that 5-year contract, I was like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? But as you said, he got to do what's best for him and his family. And I'm quite sure he's not wrestling nowhere near as many days as he was wrestling over here. Derek said Sammy said dad-in-law tweet instead of father-in-law. He did say dad-in-law. But Sammy, whatever. I can't say that live on air. No, they didn't do for sure. I forgot my credit card. That's that day. Oh, wait. I didn't care about none of that. I love the Lost Phantasm stuff on SmackDown. That was, you know what? I guess for us, Barbara, being that we're here and we get the opportunity to see so much NXT, you know what I mean, for free, that some of these guys really stand out to us.
Yes.
And what they can do more. But I remember they've been loved in NXT the whole time. You know who was not loved in NXT?
They were really
Hit Row was not liked in NXT. So when they got balled up, I was really shocked because I've been in that building thinking it was racist. Right? Like, I'm saying, yo, Russell Dog, I just be like, yo, what? This is racist, man. I don't like them because they rappers, right? But they came off kind of corny in that environment in NXT. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that ain't the hip hop really crowd that's at NXT. You know what I'm saying? Not even close. So it didn't fit well. But Lost Phantasm, they get off down there, and those boys are next level competitors. And I'm kind of mad they left old girl behind, but Selena Vega looks perfect with them. She looks perfect. Came out with the Beyonce hair. She had it going on.
Hair, if it were straight.
No, I don't care. Hair is hair. Whatever a girl has, you can be short hair.
No, I'm
head,
just saying.
I don't care. As long, hair is hair. As long as you look good, you can look good in rocking anything.
We already had that during NXT, George, with Legado del Fantasma and Hit Row.
Hey, come on. We've had everything somewhere else before, George. Come on.
You gotta give that a break.
You gotta give it a break. Moxley's staying in AEW.
Yeah, you broke his heart. DC, you broke his heart. Oh boy, he's gonna get the bat. Somebody hide the bat.
We kind of already said that though. You know what I mean? We knew he was staying. Knox, to be honest, I thought Liv was going to retain, but Ronda proved all of us wrong with the so. No, I actually thought she had to be. She was no way she was gonna beat her. You knew when they started saying she beat her twice. It wasn't gonna be a third time. Okay, she can't be that girl to have that record over Ronda. You know what I'm saying? Because Ronda, at some point, at some way, is the Lesnar of that division, supposed to be the dominant one. You know what I mean? Although she's not, but that's still kind of what that's her story. She's the baddest woman on the planet. So Liv got lucky, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to, as soon as I say Extreme Rules match, I agree with you. I thought, well, maybe because it's Extreme Rules, anything can happen. But I thought about it like, nah, that girl beat her with a baseball bat. Yo, sorry. That match is over. But we're going to get about it here. It is 12 o'clock. I'm going to go watch some TV. Your last final thoughts, Wrestling Doll, on Extreme Rules and Return of the Great freaking. There it is.
Yes. That's the 6-man tag match, the women's ladder match that made history again, and the I Quit match were the top matches of the night. The strap match was fine. The pit match was okay. Didn't care too much for it. And the SmackDown women's match was one of the more boring ones of the night. And Bray Wyatt was the saving grace in terms of the pay-per-view.
I'm going to go back over that with you. I thought this match to start the night off, they came out with the red jackets. You know what I'm saying? Let y'all know the list. We may have went back to the black ones because that's what y'all prefer. But I'm a red and black color guy, so I look good in red. I mean, red is Valentine's Day, so that's the love color. So I'm with all the red going on. So this match was dope in every aspect. Butch in the way that Butch bended his fingers. And this match was just insane. I said this on Monday's show, Barbara, and I meant when I said it, I don't mean on the level of who they are as stars, right? So when you see that impact and they're face-to-face, not that kind of level. But the action between these 6 guys reminds me of whether it was Shield versus Evolution or whether it was the Usos in the New Day. It had that kind of, Wyatt family, you know what I'm saying, versus the New Day kind of feel to just whooping ass and having a great match. I really felt that way. Again, I was surprised by this match. I didn't want to see this match. Liv, hey, congratulations to you, Liv. You had a title reign. They gave it to you. I think anybody who mentions to this level, I can say they truly deserve it, although I may not agree with it, but that's the truth. That's the real truth. You got this far. You deserve it. You got your moment in the sun. Get out of here now. All right? Listen, I'm convinced that Karrion Kross only back because of his wife, because she's an amazing thing to look at, and that's what distracted Drew McIntyre and why he got the victory. He stopped. He got
distracted looking at her, even though she sprayed him in the eyes with that.
Well, at first he stopped, right? And she wasn't distracted. He should have pushed her out the way. It's
well, he wasn't going to Claymore kick her. He's a gentleman.
What did Raleigh say about getting peed on? If you don't want to be peed on, move out the way. He could have moved her out the way. Okay. The I Quit match, what they did after the match was amazing for them to still do the one woman concerto to Beth Phoenix.
It was finally the start of them winning in pay-per-views. Because literally every other time before they lost.
How about that? Again, a shocking ladder match.
Bianca brings bangers.
This is Bianca, yo. She's about to make I wasn't the biggest Bianca Belair fan, y'all. And I think it was about 2 years ago. And she came out with the robe that said Black History. Making Black History. And I said, oh, this is my motherfucking girl. And from that day forth, I've been with Bianca, Cena, Belair. And then this fight pits match, guys, let's just give it a bean. This ain't no fight pit. This ain't but a Hell in a Cell without the roof and the platform. That's all it is. The ropes. That's all. I'm sorry. This match did not live up to the hype. The introduction by Seth freaking Rollins was the best part of this match. And what saved the entire match and tonight to say this is why I paid my money to go see was this man right here, the return of Bray Wyatt. Questions to be answered. Shall we get them on Monday? Monday is a holiday for a lot of people, so enjoy it if you believe in those kind of things. If you're off, if you work at a bank, Christopher Columbus Day, there's no school for kids. So with that being said, Wrestling Doll, we're going to get up out of here. Thank you for popping on and hopping in and surprising me and being here. I appreciate it. Showing up. I'm 6-0. I won because if you're not first, you're last, but I'm last because I was first because there it is. And so I'm the champion.
Yes. Me. We're all definitely going to have fun figuring that out.
That's me. It's all me. It was all me all along. But listen, guys, we're going to get out of here. And I thank you. I thank you very much for always tuning in and checking out. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. Unpop Review at Mike Knoxxx. All of us right here on the network, y'all. We out of here, y'all. Fingers. Y'all think gonna end like that? Of course not. Can I not wake up tomorrow morning? That's the day. And say to myself, I love me some me. And don't love God. Now we out of here, y'all. Fingers.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah. Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's cause he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the money, now you're all what you getting in. Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to the Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, this a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You could call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping. Perfect Plex.